So during the early days, before there's revenue, before there's a lot of press, it's going to be tempting to just not track anything and wing it. I think once you get to the point of having strangers coming to your site and just using it, I think it's time to set up some metrics. You can get by with just pestering your friends and family to use it and get some immediate feedback. But once you're at this stage, it's really helpful because those strangers are not going to be so generous with their time to submit a form for your feedback or to go out of their way to tell you stuff. And having the right metrics in place is going to help with motivation a lot. At the same time, you don't want to overdo it and track everything because you won't have sufficient traffic to do a lot of the advanced optimizations, we'll say, in terms of funnel building, conversions, creating cohorts and segments and re-engaging people after they bounce and customizing, like all that stuff that they have separate people do. At this point, you just want like a number and you want the number to go up. Number go brr, right? I was going to try to hit the... Ooh, almost got there. Number go... In my example, I'm going to show you here, we're a team of 2. We have a productivity app. It is live. We have over 1,000 signups now, and we're getting ready to launch it in a bigger way and get more people. But we got to the point where we need to just see some more numbers and understand how we're trending and have something to ground us in reality. So I am responsible for the marketing as the founder and talking about it and doing things like this. So I built my own dashboard here. We're looking at it now. I'm going to talk through this, and then my teammate is more responsible for the product itself. So once people are in the app and using it, his job is to make sure they keep using it and they have a good experience. So simply, what I care about right now is unique visitors that are coming to the page. This isn't a kind of app where it's like a news site where people would keep coming back and they're just as valuable. We need a steady flow of people to come in every week, every month, and we gotta find the right channel to attract the best people. So as a single number, I'm focusing on unique visitors of the landing page. As long as this number is going up week after week, that means I'm getting better at getting the word out effectively. So that's what I'm focused on. But to dive in a little more, we got the number, and then we got the graph, which just shows the number over time, really. Nothing crazy there. This is on the right here. This referring domains is something I neglected for way too long. But this basically shows where people are coming from, and where the most people are coming from is where I should be spending most of my time. In this example, you see that Y Combinator in the last 7 days has gotten a lot of hits, and that's great because it takes 10 seconds to post on Y Combinator. It's so easy. They make it so easy. Hacker News. It's Hacker News, that the actual site, not I guess it is news.ycombinator.com, but the product name is Hacker News, and you just submit links basically and you get immediate feedback. It's awesome. It's an awesome product. So I know, okay, every time I get a new blog or a little mini app, distribution app, I'm definitely going to drop it on there. That's been good. Saw last couple weeks I've been doing a lot on Reddit, and we see here that Reddit has a short tail. So I didn't do much this week. The week previous I did a ton, and I was getting more traffic there, but from the last 7 days it's kind of like I must be on the second or third page, and no one remembers that. No one is clicking around past the front page, it looks like. So that's good information. You'll find what works for you in terms of the channels. The direct you're seeing at the top is something that I've been confused about, to be honest. So I asked this analytics software I'm using, PostHog, what it means. They have their own AI built into it. Let's see what they say. It means they don't know, basically. So it can be links from emails, Slack, WhatsApp, dark social in that sense. It could be people who have it blocked, like have the tracking software blocked. It's not from SEO, interestingly. So it could be bookmarks, but it just seems like a lot from that. It could be, I don't know, maybe it's bots. Honestly, I'm not sure. What I wish I did was just add the UTM parameters to every URL. So you see over here, UTM underscore source equals website, and there's a couple other ones. If I just did that all the time everywhere, then that number would just be lower and I have a better guess about what it would be. But this is a huge problem for me that I don't know where the majority of the traffic is coming from and how that breaks down. So don't be like me. Get those UTM params up right away. And then we have some other things, just some little eye candy down here, nothing crazy. But it's good to see just, 35% of the traffic comes from mobile. So that's significant. Even though the app itself is only on web, I would design it knowing this, that people are going to consume it, at least get aware of it on mobile, especially if they're coming from social sites and even one on tablet. So good to know. That's the first one. The second one is going to be our usage report, and I have a new dashboard called retention. The number here to focus on is average session duration. I picked this one for our app because our app is a productivity app. It's based on tasks and events, and it's like it has a planner workflow where it has you coming back to it like every day, if not every hour that you're working on your computer. So it makes sense that we would track how much time people are spending on it. Just the same way that, social feeds want you on there as much as possible, but instead of trying to get you to watch ads, we're just trying to get you to get more stuff done with our app. So that's the main one. A more lagging indicator will be weekly active users. This one is not the main one, not the primary metric we're focused on right now, because in order for you to be a weekly active user, you need to go to the landing page. So it's already dependent on the first metric, on me, which I don't like. I don't want his metrics and KPIs to be dependent on mine. So if I just do a terrible job of explaining the app and talking about it, then it's going to make him look bad, and that's very discouraging. It also doesn't factor in onboarding. So maybe they got to the app, but they bounced right away and the sessions are so low, but that's because we designed the onboarding in a poor way. So ultimately, the weekly active users is super important, but I want a North Star for each person to have their own metric, have ownership over it, focus on it. So this is not that. It is the average session duration is the thing that we're focused on here. So that and I filtered it a little bit. So I filtered out the landing page. So what this means is if you've gone through the onboarding, how long are you still on the page? How long are you stick around for? So here it's 4 minutes. That's way too low. It's got to be like hours a day. But we got to start somewhere. So those are the breakdown of the metrics we're tracking. Again, it's based on a productivity app that you're checking in every single day. If you're curious to see what the actual app is, it's compasscalendar.com. There's a link below. I have been streaming for over a month now every single day as a sort of challenge to keep myself accountable, to talk about this more, to rally around the end of the year. Our big push is to get profitable. We're a bootstrapped company. There's just two of us, two developers. And if we can get to that milestone, when we get to that milestone, it's going to be a special day. It's been a long road. But every day I kind of list what we were working on here. So here I did metrics dashboard. We created a metrics dashboard, and you can look through here if something else interests you that previous days you want to watch the replays for. But with that, we got looks like 28 days left before 2026. Exciting times and good time to track some KPIs. I never thought I'd say that. I used to hate KPIs when I was first had my corporate job. I just thought it was so cringe. I thought it was just silly. In fact, I lost a job opportunity because I told the founder, like, hey, I think KPIs are dumb. I don't think you need them. I think it's more of a feel. And after 6 rounds of the interview, it was going perfectly until I said that, and then I saw immediately I was out. And you know what? Rightfully so, because now that I'm in the other position, yeah, you're putting in time, money, energy, opportunity costs every time you're working on anything, and you want to see what's coming out. There's definitely an art to it, but having a simple way to kind of quantify it, it's good for the mental, it's good for morale. It's kind of necessary, just a necessary cringe part of life, that I would say. So hey, if you have a similar app and you're tracking it differently, I'd love to hear what KPIs are important to you. Drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.